Getting ready to get started for game number 2 of this doubleheader. The Reading Fightin' Phils fell 11-0 in game number 1, so really there's only up to go from here. Very excited for this. Game number 3 will determine if Reading splits the series 3-3 against the RubberDucks. That is the highest that this outcome could finish, as Reading will change it up on the mound and in the starting lineup today, as manager Sean Williams is going to shake it up here for game number 2. Reading will send out Colby Fitch as the designated hitter, followed by Jonathan Guzman and Jalen Ortiz. Sticking in that cleanup spot is Josh Akami, with Wendell Rijo and Kevin Vicuña right behind him. And then in the 7, 8, and 9 spot, it'll be Jack Conley, Hunter Marquardt, and Sal Gazzo. On the mound for the RubberDucks is Tanner Byrne, the Auburn product. Burns has pitched in 1 game so far, 3 innings of work, 4 hits, 2 runs. He gave up a home run, along with 2 walks and 4 strikeouts. Backing him up in the outfield, switching it up, will be Will Brennan out to left, Valera in center, and Jonathan Engelman over in right. Left side of the infield, Marcos Gonzalez and Brian Rocchio will stay put at short. Daniel Schneemann and Michael Prees on the right side. And a new face back behind the dish is Seth Cadell, the battery mate of Tanner Burns here, as the Fightin' Phils come out in their road gray uniforms, the alternate navy and red cap with the cursive white are the RubberDucks in their electric blue jerseys, home white pants, and black RubberDucks cap. If you join me for game number 1, I appreciate you sticking around for game number 2 of the series. As the sun begins to set here at Canal Park, shadows come on the field. The rooftop lights starting to infiltrate the home plate area and deep out in left. So we'll see how that impacts the game as the sun sets just after 7:30 today. The wind picking up as we trickle down towards 50 degrees. It's coming in from center field right now. It's cold out there. A lot of people in winter coats, a lot of people with blankets. And looking forward to some warmer weather next weekend when we get back to Reading. Reading will return home to face the Harrisburg Senators, the Nationals affiliate, while Akron will hit the road for next weekend's series. But right now, finishing up the 6-game set with game number 2 of the doubleheader, it is Colby Fitch who's heading up to the lefty batter's box. The righty Tanner Burns stands on the first base side of the rubber. And he kicks and fires home. 6:19, the first pitch, a called strike inside. Official game time temperature right now, 56 degrees as the sun hits behind a cloud. Colby Fitch takes strike 2. Burns working quickly with the pitch clock as Fitch fouls one back. Fitch, the lefty batter, is holding on to his 0-2 count here. We saw him back in the designated hitter spot once before in this series as he goes down swinging. That game he went 0 for 3 with a walk. He'll take a strikeout here to start us off, and he'll hand the bat over to teammate Jonathan Guzman. Reading struggled to get the offense going in game number 1. And only getting their first hit off of Josh Akami's bat in the top of the 7th. This will be another 7-inning contest. Game 2 of the doubleheader. Guzman winds stance in the righty batter's box. Pokes it off the end of his bat, foul out of the stadium. Couple of people have stuck around from game number 1 into the second game. Not a big crowd here at Canal Park as Guzman fouls another one into the Fightin's dugout. They've announced less than 2,000 every night since the 4,500 crowd on opening night. They'll get a combined crowd total for games 1 and 2, so we'll wait to see what comes in there. Guzman pokes this off the end of his bat, and dropping in front of Engelman is this baseball. So Jonathan Guzman will have a hit here in the first inning, and we're already starting it off better than before. Looking to turn it around as Jalen Ortiz heads up to bat. Burns spent last season in High A Lake County with the 3.57 ERA and 75 2/3 innings of work. Started 18 different games for the Captains. He looks down and up and comes home. Ortiz checks his swing. Does not go around, says the crew chief Dane Ponsack, who's manning the first base territory. Gabe Alfonso over at third, and calling the balls and strikes behind the plate is Kevin Manzuk, who ejected hitting coach Tyler Henson the other night. Pickoff attempt by Burns. But diving back quickly is Guzman, who can move quickly on the base paths. Waiting for the score bug to adjust as Guzman goes to second. The throw is off the map for Schneemann, and heading to third is Guzman. He slides in safely as Gonzalez fumbles the ball. And suddenly, Reading has a runner very close to home here in the top of the first. Infield's going to come in, try to preserve the run at the plate. Ortiz still with a 1-1 count. One out on the board here. Reading trying to put up the first run of the game. They are 1-2 when scoring first this season. Obviously a very small sample size, so not really much to say about that. As Ortiz holds off on a pitch above his head. 2 balls, 2 strikes here. Bo Naylor had to put in a lot of work to protect the backstop. In today's first game, we'll see Seth Cadell back there for the first time today as Ortiz goes down swinging on some high heat. And there's a big out, number 2 for the RubberDucks. Here's Josh Akami. Had the only hit in game number 1 for Reading. He also walked twice, so was avid along the base pass. They just could not bring him home, and Guzman takes a heck of a lead down the third base line, but has to go back with a foul. Infield backs up except for Gonzalez at third, keeping an eye on Guzman, who looks very antsy over there. Here's the pitch to Akami, chased for strike number 2. Two outs, runner on third. Here's the 0-2, and it gets him swinging. Back-to-back strikeouts for Tanner Burns leaves a runner on for the Fightins as they fail to score. So going into the bottom half, we'll see Braden Zarbniski making his first start of his professional career in just a moment.
The Reading Fightin Phils are pleased to present you with their classic game program, all electronically. This program has information on the coaching staff, player roster, and front office staff. It also includes feature stories and alumni reports on all of your favorite guys who spend time in baseball town. Visit rphils.com/programs to check it out.
Our Phils fans can continue to expect great performances all season long on the Burke's Commercial Roofing stage. It's the home of great local talent, including the Our Phils mascot band. Burke's Commercial Roofing prides itself on being a locally owned and operated company that puts an emphasis on customer service. They provide free on-site estimates and can handle any size repair, restoration, or replacement. Visit burkscommercialroofing.com or call 610-717-3949 for more information. And don't forget to sit back, relax, and enjoy the show at the Burke's Commercial Roofing stage at America's Classic Ballpark.
At Savage 61, our goal is to assist you in making a confident decision. Our friendly professional staff members are available to answer your questions and listen to your needs. Whether you're shopping for a new or pre-owned vehicle, we're ready to help you with your search. Visit our dealership on Pottsville Pike.
Daniel Schneemann set to lead off the bottom of the first. Haven't seen him lead off in this series. But he will get the first at-bat against Braden Zarbniski, who is a big reliever in the Phillies system, but will get the start in today's bullpen contest. Hoping to get 2 frames, I think, at least out of Zarbniski. But we'll see how it goes here. 6 pitchers available in the bullpen based on my own calculations. Zarbniski, a two-way player in college, also played the outfield, and he did make starts back at West Virginia, where he went to school, as Schneemann rips one foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So he's had experience coming out of the gate first. And he's a pretty calm player, so haven't seen him get riled up too often. Williams making the call with a group of 5 starters on the team. Schneemann fouls it into himself, and he'll keep his 1-2 count. Backing up Zarbniski defensively will be Vicuña making his second start in left, Ortiz shifting to center for the first time this season, and Hunter Marquardt over at right for the first time this season. Rijo and Guzman remain the left side of the infield. Salgazzo coming in for game number 2 at second, and Josh Akami over at first. It'll be Jack Conley back behind the plate for the second time this series, catching Zarbniski. Schneemann grounds out to second, and there's 1. Madison Stokes, Vito Freesia, and Logan O'Hoppe getting this game off. They will be available on the bench. Here's the number 1 prospect in the Guardians organization. George Valera takes back-to-back balls. Shade starting to creep towards center field, right where Jalen Ortiz is standing is in the shade, as well as all of left. Zarbniski, glove at the chest, kicks and fires inside to the lefty Valera. Last game, Valera reached on a single, also was walked and hit by a pitch. He'll take ball 4 here and walk down to first. So the RubberDucks will have a base runner here with 1 out for Brian Rocchio. Rocchio currently batting .238 with 5 hits this season. That does include a home run that we saw in this series. Akron batting .221 as a team. They've got one of the best bullpens and best group of starters in the league, holding batters to a .189 average. Reading facing 2 of the best bullpens to start things off, coming from Somerset and now up here to Akron, as Zarbniski checks on the runner. Doesn't have good vantage point being a righty. His back is facing first, but Valera shuffles off the bag. Akami's there to hold him on. Hasn't stolen a base this season, as Rocchio takes a big strike. 94 off the hands of Zarbniski. Really good breaking ball, really good fastball to his name. And there's a called strike from Manzuk. Fightin Phil's bus driver Eric sitting down in the stands, taking in the action here. He's been a tremendous assistant on this trip as Rocchio ropes this one into right. Chasing after it is Marquardt. Gazzo to third. Fielded cleanly by Rijo, just a step behind the sliding Valera. Rocchio is going to stay at first. Runners on the corners here with 1 away. Zarbniski was looking to get drafted back in college, but with the shortened draft, just 5 rounds during the pandemic year, didn't get signed. Ended up pitching in a sandlot league out in Gainesville and really impressed coaches, and they invited some scouts down for a showcase, and that's where he got noticed. The first offer from the Twins, but stuck it out and got a couple more offers, ended up signing with the Phillies in 2020, and is working on just his 2nd professional season. Another pickoff attempt over to first, but no dice. Did see him for a little bit last summer in Reading, also spent time in Jersey Shore and in Lehigh Valley. Runner going, but a foul back will be strike 2. And Brian Rocchio has to head back to first. In 52 innings pitched last season, he compiled a .415 ERA, held batters to a .210 average. He has had 2 appearances this season, has allowed only 2 hits and 1 earned run. Brennan stays alive with a foul ball back. Brennan's really been the go-to cleanup here for the RubberDucks. Had back-to-back doubles in game number 1 as Zarbniski deals upstairs. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Just 1 out on the board. Runners on first and third. Reading has struggled in the first, trying to keep track of runs scored in each frame this season. In my game notes, as he misses down and away. Reading has given up 11 runs in the first inning so far in the first 8 contests. And they do their better scoring in the back part of the games, 7, 8, and 9, although accumulating quite a bit of runs the other day in the 5th and the 6th. Fly ball out to right. Chasing in is Marquardt. Going back is Gazzo. He'll make the catch. Trying to tag and having to stop is Valera. Great throw in by Gazzo. And that just makes a big out, number 2. Here's Micah Prees. Zarbniski blowing on his hand, trying to keep warm. There's a heater in the dugout that the batters can use when they go back in between innings, but right now we'll have to battle through this cold and sharp wind with 2 outs and 2 on here in the bottom of the 1st. He sends a first pitch strike into Micah Prees. 21st pitch of the inning. Wind getting up to 15 miles an hour now, I'm told, as Zarbniski goes over to first. Diving back is Rocchio. Checking in around the rest of the organization, the Phillies up 2-0. Runner going, the throw from Conley to the left side of the bag. A good tag from Guzman, but he's safe, so Rocchio steals a bag. Phillies playing the Marlins today in the bottom of the 1st. They are already up 2-0. Alec Bohm, a sacrifice fly. Ranger Suarez, the former Fightin on the mound, which is, we were just talking about him on our This Day in History, making his Double-A debut back in 2018 at Harrisburg. Fly ball out to left, but it is right where Vicuña is standing, and that'll do it as the RubberDucks strand 2. They get 1 hit off Zarbniski, but he keeps it clean. So going into the top of the 2nd, Reading has an opportunity to score first here in just a moment.
The Seidel Auto Group Deck Picnic appeals to both die-hard and casual fans with its summer picnic-like and fun tailgate atmosphere. During your picnic, you may even catch a souvenir, as the area is situated directly in prime home run territory behind the left field wall. Regular season tickets are $30 per person for groups of 20 or more, and children 4 and under are free. Visit Fightins.com/groups or call 610-370-BALL to reserve your group outing today.
Golden Oaks is an award-winning high-end golf club that offers golfers a country club experience without country club prices. With 5 sets of tees, golfers of every skill level will enjoy their game. Golden Oaks has Bogey's Pub, a beautiful pro shop, driving range, and learning center that will make any visit complete. Golden Oaks Golf Club is the perfect venue for private events and golf outings. Visit us for our newly opened golf simulators, complete with its own bar area and Bogey's Pub menu items available. You can stay in our beautifully restored 1850s farmhouse and then play our award-winning championship golf course. Each room includes full amenities, cable television, and quaint rustic decor. While on the premises, visit Bogey's Pub for lunch, dinner, or a relaxing beverage. We're ready to serve you here at Golden Oaks and look forward to the 2022 season.
Wendell Rijo is going to lead us off here in the top of the 2nd. 16 pitches so far for Tanner Burns. He has allowed 1 hit so far. Zarbniski did as well. So pretty even slate here in game number 2 as Burns comes high and tight here to Rijo. Line drive out to left, tracking over is Brennan, but he's there to make the play and a quick one out as Kevin Vicuña heads up. Burns, the number 11 prospect in the Cleveland system, which, man, they have all the prospects here. There's a fastball, curveball, slider, and change. Hitting 95 there with his fastball to Vicuña. Vicuña pokes this the opposite way, and it drops just foul. And he'll have to jog gingerly back up to the plate with strike number 1. Burns worked through some elbow soreness last season, spent a little bit of time on the injured list. Nothing major. Here's the 1-1 to Vicuña. Chase is in the dirt for strike number 2. And he holds off. The count evens, 2 balls, 2 strikes. We were talking about earlier a product of Auburn. Well, he's also a product of baseball at home. His father, Mike, played in the Houston Astros organization as a catcher back in the early 90s. Also played a little first and third. Ground ball left side. Gonzalez in the dirt to Prees. Can't keep it in his glove. And the hard-running Vicuña is safe at first. Gonzalez double pumped it a bit on the other side of the diamond, and Prees struggled to field that cleanly. So Reading will have a runner on with 1 out here for Jack Conley. Conley still looking for his first hit of the season. Runner going. The throw is high. The tag is good. Saying Vicuña came off the bag on the slide. And Reading will lose their base runner. Conley has yet to see a pitch here. Has walked once in the 2 games he's played. And there's ball 3 outside. Trying to get their base runner back down as the infield backs up here. Conley crowding the plate on the right side. Here's Burns. Conley has to take with that 3-0 count, and he'll take a strike. Spent most of his season in Reading last year. As he gets tied up on the inside, the count is full. With a couple of injured catchers, Rodolfo Duran, Nick Matera, Conley had most of the duties towards the end of the summer until Logan O'Hoppe was promoted from Jersey Shore. And after all that, Conley takes ball 4. He jogs down to first, and Reading will have their base runner back once more here for Hunter Marquardt. The righty Burns will have to face the lefty Marquardt here. Turns his back, looks at Conley on first. He did steal a base in the exhibition game against Jersey Shore. Not so sure we'll see him try to swipe one today. But you never know if the timing is right. Get some information from first base coach Michael Jones. Shuffling over at first, Burns is going to choose to come home. Inside, back-to-back balls to Marquardt. This time, Conley gets a throw over to first. He dives back in time. Marquardt's been known to show signs of bunt as the third baseman Gonzalez creeps in. Haven't seen him pull the motion yet, but he takes ball 3 there. And it's strike 1 on the swing. 2-1 to Marquardt here, the crowd that is still at the park, very invested in this contest. Some diehard fans here in Akron as they received their 2021 championship rings. Marquardt lines this up the left field side, foul. The RubberDucks last season defeated the Bowie Bay Sox in 3 straight games, winning the championship on a walk-off from current player Bo Naylor. Outfielders getting the sign from their manager right now to switch their positions. Wind blowing in from center field. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Jack Conley aboard with 2 outs. And Marquardt chases for strike number 3. Redding strands another runner on the base pass. Scoreless to the bottom of the second we go. Zarbniski out for another inning of work.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with the Berks County Mental Health and Developmental Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and the prevention of suicide. With 3 simple words, "Are you okay?" the hope is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide affects and hurts everyone, but help is here, and we'll work together to help raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as a community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610-236-0530. That's 610-236-0530.
Berks Immunization Coalition works to provide leadership and education in promoting age-appropriate immunization across the lifespan for all residents of Berks County. This is a coalition comprised of local physicians, nurse practitioners, school nurses, immunization coordinators, immunization advocates, and pharmaceutical representatives working to encourage continuity of immunization through medical resources. They focus on educating both the community and the providers. For more information, please visit www.immunizeba.org and click Local Coalitions.
Was it A, Bill Russell, B, Bill Jackson, C, Larry Bird, or D, Dennis Rodman? Going with Bill Jackson. Going with Bill Jackson, but the answer is actually, you're going to show it? It was Larry Bird. When the suspense was killing us, hey, not too bad, guys, 2 out of 4. We'll still give them these guys surprises on your section 11. Ethan, we'll go ahead and send it back up to you. Sports.
Well, Braden Zarbniski's day is done as he hands the ball over to Zach Warren. What'd you call it? Johnny Holstaff? Johnny Holstaff kind of day. Everyone's getting an inning here. Talking to my video coordinator, JC, next to me, giving me the inside scoop. Last year, we had Thomas in the booth with us sometimes. So, Zach Warren will throw an inning, which he says is his favorite thing to do, just getting the call up, coming out for a frame. Can handle consecutive days. Reading will turn it over to the lefty. Warren comes inside to Jonathan Engelman here. Zarbniski pitched one clean inning of work, let up just one hit and a walk, but putting a 0 on the board in 23 pitches. Warren gets the strike he was looking for there. Saw him earlier in this series. Through an inning of clean ball, just one hit and one strikeout on 15 pitches. I was back in Reading's 3-1 win on Wednesday. Lefty working quickly here, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Glove at the waist, kicks and fires home and gets a big strike 3. Jack Conley puts the tag and seals the deal. And there's one away here in the bottom of the second. Both teams no runs on one hit. Akron has made 2 errors in the field. As that ended up being an error by the third baseman that allowed Kevin Vicuña to reach. Here's Marcos Gonzalez, the crowd playing Marco Polo in the stands, although his name doesn't have an S to the end of it. Fouls back. A pitch to make the count 1-1. Warren misses up and away. Back to the top of the starting pitching order when we return home. Jack Perkins set to lead us off on Tuesday night in Reading. Lots of fun promotions at the ballpark. Fireworks and unused ticket games as Gonzalez fouls this into his team's bullpen for strike 2. The RubberDucks have a large RubberDuck seated on the top railing of their dugout, and they also have a normal-sized, baby-sized RubberDuck right next to it. Don't know what it's doing there, but it's there. And a swinging strike 3. Jack Conley will throw it around the diamond as Warren picks up back-to-back Ks for out number 2. Here is Julian Escobado, the designated hitter. Escobado has been all across the outfield and all across the diamond today. Had a home run in game number 1, also notched a single and scored. It's part of the 11-run rout over Reading in game 1. The RubberDucks will not travel to Reading this season. They are in the Southwest Division, Reading in the Northeast, so they'll only face each other for 6 games this season. So lucky we were able to get all of the games in without delay. Reading will see Somerset 3 times, Portland 3 times. But they'll only see Akron once this summer. Here's the 2-1 from Warren right down the middle for a called strike 2. Pop up left side of the infield. Rijo makes the catch, and that'll do it. Warren sees a 1-2-3 inning and sends his team right back up to bat scoreless going into the 3rd here at Canal Park.
Hey, psst. Yeah, you want to buy some low-priced groceries? Just follow me into this well-lit Lidl grocery store. Here at Lidl, we buy in bulk and cut down on costs wherever possible. Then we pass the savings on to you. Trust me, everything's done totally legit and above board. Nothing to be worried about. Yep, Lidl's pretty great. It's just your run-of-the-mill grocery store, except with way lower prices. Lidl. Suspiciously low-priced groceries.
The Reading Fightin' Phils, in conjunction with Savage Auto Group Fiesta Fridays, are proud to partner with eXp Realty Associate Broker Alex Patansis throughout the 2022 season. Visit Alex's convenient website at brgpa.com and search for your perfect home today. His custom search bar makes house hunting online easier than ever, and he's there to answer all your questions. Call Alex today at 610-926-8610. eXp Realty Associate Broker Alex Patansis is a proud partner of the Reading Fightin Phils and all 11 Savage Auto Group Fiesta Friday games during the 2022 season. eXp Realty Group and Alex Patansis, where every move matters. Highline Merchandising, formerly Textiles, is your local small business company that provides screen printing, design, and merchandising services for local, national, and international businesses, bands, shows, and festivals, including 7-time Emmy Award-winning show Schitt's Creek and Unsolved Mysteries. Visit our website at highlinemerchandising.com.
Salgazzo stepping up to the plate for the first time today. The switch hitter will bat from the left side here against the righty Burns. Sees a first pitch ball. Marcos Gonzalez playing in on the grass. Everybody else back deep. Tanner Burns throwing offering number 35 here. Called strike of the knee. Zach Warren saw a 1-2-3 frame in the bottom of the second to put the team right back up to bat here. Scoreless in the top of the third. Both teams having one hit. The RubberDucks making 2 errors in the field. Burns working quickly. Gazzo goes up the middle, deep in the hole. Behind second is Rocchio on to first. And there's one. Potential for Warren to come back in the bottom half. I don't see anybody throwing in Reading's bullpen right now, but seemed like they were going to do one-inning wonders. Here's Colby Fitch, a lefty bat as well. Struck out, swinging in the first. Takes the first pitch strike. Burns comes home, up and away. Ball 2 below the knees for Fitch, who started the season out in the FCL, but was called upon to fill in a roster spot for Reading when Matt Kroon hit the injured list back on the 10th. Fitch takes a swinging strike, 93 off the hands of Tanner Burns. And then took the road trip down with Reading. Listed as a catcher on the roster, but available for the outfield as well as the designated hitter spot. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Glove of the chest. Burns shakes off the signs from Cadell. Now they've settled on one. And they get Fitch to go down swinging for the second time tonight. A quick out, number 2. As Jonathan Guzman comes up. He's got Reading's only hit today. Chases some heat off the hands of Byrne. Interesting fact about Burns, other than his dad was a former major leaguer, was that he also started a charity so young in his career called the 32 Foundation to raise money for families who need help paying medical bills. See, he was originally from Decatur, Alabama, and they have a big children's hospital out there. Burns had met a young cancer survivor, and that had inspired him to make regular visits to the Children's Hospital of Alabama. And it inspired Burns to start his foundation, which is extremely generous. Here's the 2-1 to Guzman as he chases a pitch in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs on the board here. Scoreless in the top of the third. Glove at the chest. Turns his body, kicks and fires. Guzman pokes this one down the right field line, but it's foul. We'll go again. Imagine being this good on Auburn's roster, and you're still second on the team. Of course, Casey Mize was the Friday night starter for Auburn, now pitches with the Detroit Tigers as Guzman goes down looking. And that will do it here in the third as Reading goes down in order to the bottom half we go. We'll see how it comes out to pitch for Reading in just a moment.
When the Reading Fightin' Phils get hungry, we turn to our team feed partners. Special thanks to Wild Missing Family Restaurant and Bakery, Squawk Cafe, Collegeville Italian Bakery Pizzeria, Jimmy G's Railroad House, Mimo's Italian Restaurant and Pizzeria, Jersey Mike's Subs, Klingers on Crsonia, and Subway for making sure the Fightin' Phils front office is never hungry on game day. Our staff enjoys delicious meals from our team feed partners, but don't take our word for it. Find out for yourself today.
The Reading Fightin' Phils birthday party package is the best way to celebrate a birthday. Whether you are a youngster or an adult, there is no better birthday than a Fightin's birthday. The Fightin's fan birthday package is customizable for fans of any age and starts at just $120. Base packages include 10 general admission tickets
Do you sleep on the bus
for a Fightin's home game, an autographed baseball, and a VIP reserved parking spot. Fans can also add a wide variety of experiences and options to make sure your favorite Fightin's fan's birthday is a grand slam.
To enjoy a perfectly crafted 1893 from the makers of Pepsi Cola, you must first appreciate its carefully selected ingredients. A dash of cola nut extract, a hint of real sugar, a splash of sparkling water, and a generous amount of attractive spokesperson. Trust me, I'm gorgeous. Cheers to 1893 boldly blended colas, a delicious balancing act of premium ingredients from the makers of Pepsi Cola.
Here's Zach Warren back for another inning of work. Lefty will face the righty Seth Cadell in his first at-bat of the series. Cadell played in 2 other games against Erie. 1 hit and 1 RBI. Warren gets 2 quick strikes. Ground ball left side. Guzman gobbles it up onto Akami. And Warren has retired all the batters he's faced thus far. Back to the top of the order go the RubberDucks with Daniel Schneemann. Schneemann checks his swing and he goes around for strike number 1. Warren grew up in Vineland, New Jersey, which is not too far away from the Jersey Shore, but moved to Reading with his wife, or moved to Lancaster, I believe, with his wife about 1.5 years ago, and they've since had a child there, Isla. So Warren, sort of a local now to baseball town and to the city of Philadelphia, as he picks up a big strike number 2 to Daniel Schneemann. Fans, thanks for joining us here. Game number 2 of the doubleheader. Reading dropped the first one, trying to take game 2 and split this series with the RubberDucks. Down 3-2 here. scoreless in the bottom of the third. Both team one hit on the board. Slow roller up the first baseline that dribbles foul. And Schneemann will keep its 2-2 count. Reading playing a doubleheader here today in Akron to have off on the Easter Sunday tomorrow. Lots of teams play tomorrow, so feeling very appreciative that the RubberDucks are doing this to give the team on an off day for a holiday for those who celebrate. As Warren comes home with a 2-2 pop-up. That's going to drop in front of Ortiz. And Schneemann gets himself on with one out. Here's George Valera, who walked down to first his first time up. Valera, of course, the #1 prospect in the Guardians organization. He moved to New York from the DR at the age of 13 and just became one of the best hitters in the class of 2017. Struggled a little bit with an injury early on. And then, of course, the pandemic year, but last season had a very successful year and broke into Double-A at just 20 years old as a helicopter flies over us. Valera pops one foul, down 0-2. The thing that the Guardians like about Valera is his approach at the plate, able to read pitches really well for someone his age as he's in the back of the lefty batter's box. Conley throws down to second, just a bit high to Guzman, although he puts the tag on emphatically. It's a stolen base there for Schneemann, and that erases the double play ball and puts a runner in scoring position. Ended up being a strikeout to Valera, so they didn't get the strike him out, throw him out, but they got the strike him out part for out number 2. And Brian Rocchio takes back-to-back strikes off of Warren. Reading warming up another arm in the bullpen here. Two outs, a runner on second, still scoreless in the bottom of the third. At the beginning parts of a 7-inning contest as Warren misses outside. Kicks, fires, and there's strike 3. Zach Warren picks up his 4th K in 2 innings of work and strands a runner on to keep us scoreless going into the top of the 4th. Reading an opportunity to get on the board first in just a second.
Roof Max of West Reading is a safe, easy, proven, and affordable alternative to a complicated and expensive asphalt roof replacement. Roof Max's revolutionary new technology uses natural, plant-based bio-oil to restore shingles' flexibility and instantly add 5 years of life to a roof. And treatment is around 20% of the cost of a complete roof replacement. From homes to commercial complexes, Roof Max of West Reading can help. Visit GetRoofMax.com or call 610-717-3949 for more information.
ROG Orthodontics is the proud official partner of the ROG Orthodontics Fightin Phil's Kids Club. Join today at Fightins.com to get your free ROG Orthodontics Kids Club t-shirt and visit FantasticSmiles.com for more information on why ROG Orthodontics is voted #1 in Berks and Monco. ROG Orthodontics and the Fightin Phils, 2 great hometown partners.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on the 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating over 70 years of senior living.
Still scoreless here on both sides. In the top of the fourth we go at Canal Park. Jalen Ortiz is going to lead us off here as Tanner Burns sticks it out on the rubber. Burns comes way inside. Bouncing back out of the box is Ortiz. Sky high into shallow center. Coming back behind second is Rocchio. And there's one. I don't know what the crowd is in uproar about there. Burns originally drafted in the 37th round in 2017, but he chose not to sign and go play in Auburn. And then the Indians picked him up in 2020 as Akami goes up the middle for the second time today. And Reading has a base runner on here with one away. Here's Wendell Rijo, who lined out to left his first time up. Akami shuffling off the bag at first. The righty Burns turns his body. The official attendance for today's doubleheader, 2,833. Opening night, their best attendance here at Canal Park, 4,800, I believe they announced. Burns comes home in the dirt to Rijo, ball two. Rijo crushes this one out to left, going back on the run. And making the snag is Brennan, forcing Akami to trot back to first. What a play by the left fielder. Twice he's hit it hard down to left. And twice Brennan has been there. Tanner Burns wants a new baseball here. He'll get it. As Kevin Vicuña steps into the plate. Reached on an error. His first time up was caught stealing. Fouls it off his foot. Akami still out on first with 2 outs here. Vicuña takes it to center. Valera trots in and makes the catch, and Reading strands another runner on the base pass here. Scoreless through 3.5. Bottom of the fourth we go. I believe it'll be Francisco Morales out for the Fightins.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on the 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating over 70 years of senior living.
The time has come for businesses to grow, to prosper, to innovate, to succeed. Tompkins Vist Bank continues to be a leading lender to companies in southeastern Pennsylvania. We make decisions locally and invest locally so local businesses can thrive. Call a business advisor today and see how we can help your business grow. Tompkins Vist Bank, locally focused, a world of possibilities. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Francisco Morales in for the bottom of the fourth as Zach Warren gets us through 2 innings, clean and easy, and keeps the Fightins in this contest. Checking around the systems, the Phillies have put on a show in Miami, leading 8-0 in the bottom of the second. A couple of guys having a really good day that you might know. Matt Vierling had a base hit. Alec Boehm as well. Bryce Harper stole home and had RBI double. So exciting there. Will Brennan heading up to Morales here. First pitch taken to left center. Backing up is Vicuña, and he makes the grab. 96 off the hands of Morales. Well, if it comes in fast, it's going to go out fast, but it just got held up in the sky for out number 1. Here's Micah Prees now. Just a 7-inning contest here in Game 2 of the doubleheader, so reaching pretty much the midway point right now as Prees fouls one back. Morales, as we know, was a starter last season in Reading. Had his ups and downs, but was transitioned to the bullpen at the beginning of this year. A line drive, bouncing into the glove of Gazzo. He hops up and fires it to first. What a play by the second baseman. And there's a quick 2 for you. Sean Williams likened this by Morales to that of Sir Anthony Dominguez, turning him into a fantastic reliever up in Philadelphia and hoping the switch could be exactly what Morales needs to connect. Line drive poked into the stands for strike number 1. Engelman taking his time, getting back up to the dish. The righty Morales looking to move quickly, slides that ball right past the swinging Engelman. One of his best pitches. When you can throw your fastball in the high 80s, or high 90s, excuse me, and then the slider in the high 80s there. Absolutely dominant has Morales been in his last 2 appearances. Engelman just getting a piece of it. Saw Morales earlier in this series, a clean frame, striking out 1. He's 2 for 2 in scoreless appearances this season. Reaching as high as 98 with that fastball so far. Engelman takes this out to center. Racing for it is Ortiz, and he makes the catch on the run. Morales sits him down straight. The Fightins up to bat scoreless going into the top of the 5th.
White Star Tours and Travel Centers offers the R-Phils fan road trip again this season. It's your chance to hit the road with other R-Phils fans, see an R-Phils road game, meet with an R-Phils player, and see 2 Philadelphia Phillies road games. The White Star R-Phils fan road trip visits Erie and Pittsburgh, Thursday, July 28th through Sunday, July 31st. You see the R-Phils at Erie, meet with an R-Phils player or coach, then head to Pittsburgh for a tour of the city, including the Incline, and a ride on the Yankee Clipper riverboat. You will attend 2 Phillies games versus the Pirates on Friday and Saturday before traveling home Sunday with a stop at the Flight 93 National Memorial. Visit the customer service booth for more info on the White Star R-Phils fan road trip to Erie and Pittsburgh. Space is very limited. Sign up today.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz-Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz-Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz-Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
Well, Morales looks dominant in his inning of relief. And Reading will be bat-to-bat here in the top of the 5th. Scoreless still, each team having 2 hits. The RubberDucks with 2 errors. Salgazzo made a great defensive play at second. Ortiz out in center to end the inning. Conley takes the first pitch strike off Tanner Burns, who's still working in the 5th, 59 pitches as he goes to throw his 60th. Somebody out stretching in the Akron bullpen. Conley takes strike 2. Walked in the 2nd, still looking for his first hit of the season, only in game number 3 here. Soft roller to the second baseman. Conley a hair or 2 behind the throw. And there's out number 1. Passes the bat to Hunter Marquardt here. Sun beginning to set here at Canal Park. Lights are on. Still cloudy out behind the left field wall as Marquardt rips this one to the first baseman, an underhanded toss to Burns, and a quick 2 outs to the right side. The switch hitting Gazzo is going to stick to the lefty batter's box here against the righty Burns. Comes set at the chest and home in the dirt. Gonzalez playing in at third on the grass edge as Gazzo takes a strike on the inside. Wind now picking up its pace, still blowing in from center field here. The 1-1. Ground ball again to the second baseman. That's where all 3 of these balls went. A quick 3 up, 3 down inning. So on to the bottom of the 5th. We'll see if it's Morales or somebody else from the bullpen for the Fightins. Scoreless in the bottom of the 5th.
Nursing home neglect.
White Star Tours and Travel Centers offers the R-Phils fan road trip again this season. It's your chance to hit the road with other R-Phils fans, see an R-Phils road game, meet with an R-Phils player, and see 2 Philadelphia Phillies road games. The White Star R-Phils fan road trip visits Erie and Pittsburgh, Thursday, July 28th through Sunday, July 31st. You see the R-Phils at Erie, meet with an R-Phils player or coach, then head to Pittsburgh for a tour of the city, including the Incline, and a ride on the Yankee Clipper riverboat. You will attend 2 Phillies games versus the Pirates on Friday and Saturday before traveling home Sunday with a stop at the Flight 93 National Memorial. Visit the customer service booth for more info on the White Star R. Phil's fan road trip to Erie and Pittsburgh. Space is very limited. Sign up today.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home
This is
or a
Crazy
fall
Hot
down
Dog
in a
Vendor
nursing
coming to you
home
from the radio
resulting in a
booth.
fracture,
When
our
I need to
friends
get
at
somewhere in a
Swartz
hurry
Culleton can help.
and the ostrich
Call the
isn't
attorneys
cutting
at
it,
Swartz
I hop
Culleton
on
for a
my
free
Harley
consultation. Their
Classic
phone number
Harley
is
Davidson.
1-800-JUSTICE.
It's your one-stop
That's
shop for all your Harley needs. They have
1-800-587-8423.
jackets,
Once again, call
t-shirts,
1-800-JUSTICE
gloves,
today.
And oh
Swartz
yeah, they have a
Culleton
great
is a proud
selection of
sponsor of the
bikes
Reading
too,
Fightin' Phils.
which are almost as good on gas as an ostrich. Go to Classic Harley Davidson for everything Harley Davidson, and also
Francisco Morales back out for another inning of work here. Quick frame to get us through the 5th on just 7 pitches, 7 strikes. There's his first ball to Marcos Gonzalez, and he comes again inside to the righty bat. Gonzalez struck out swinging against Zach Warren. And there's a strike on the outside corner. Nobody warming up for Akron now, so they're still sticking with Tanner Burns, who has been seemingly dominant as well. No runs on 2 hits for either side. There's a pitch at the chest for ball 3. Big swinging strike out of Gonzalez, and here's a full count now. Glove at the chest, Morales comes home. Hacking away is Gonzalez. He gets a piece of the 97-mile-an-hour fastball and stays alive. Morales still sticking in the top 30 prospect list as he gets a check swing, the appeal, and he went. Put his bat down like it was ball 4, but the crew chief, Dane Ponsack, said nope, strike 3. And Morales has sat down all 4 batters he has faced. Number 10 prospect in the system. Morales was added to the 40-man roster, so nobody can scoop him from the Phillies organization as the righty comes in with a 99 on the radar gun. Is a ball, though. And there's a strike, a good frame by Jack Conley behind the plate. And the count evens 1 apiece. Reading has quite a number of the top 30 prospects on their roster, with Logan O'Hoppe in the 5 spot. Pop up. Coming over is Rijo. Can he make the grab at the dugout? And he does. A big out in foul territory as Morales points to him appreciatively. And there's 2 as Seth Cadell comes up. Morales in the 10 spot. Eric Miller ranked 11. Ortiz 12th. MacArthur 20th. And falling into that number 30 spot now is McKinley Moore as Matt Vierling graduated off the list. Reading also started the season with Simone Muzziotti, who is filling in the big club for Mickey Moniak with his injury. Holding his own up there as Morales gets a first pitch strike and follows quickly with a second at the knees. Glove at the chest. He pressures with his left leg and then comes home, getting a foul ball on the roof. There's a ball. Morales really looking for strike number 3 there with 2 outs on the board quickly. Comes home and he gets it. 97 on the radar gun, and he sits down all 6 batters that he faces. Nobody stood a chance going into the top of the 6th, scoreless at Canal Park. A very serious pitcher's duel here at Canal Park in Game 2 of the doubleheader. Both teams going about it very opposite ways as Tanner Burns comes out for his 6th inning of work. On 65 pitches, he's allowed just 2 hits to the Fightin' Phils. Redding has used 3 different pitchers in a bullpen game and got the exact same result, no runs on 2 hits. So I think it's a race to a run here, as Burns will see the top of the order with Colby Fitch. Fitch takes back-to-back balls. There is somebody up and throwing for the RubberDucks. They allowed the starter of Game 1 to get to 70 pitches. I don't know how long they're going to let him climb through this game, even if he's still cruising. Misses 3 straight to Colby Fitch here. Fitch struck out twice today as a designated hitter. He'll take a called strike on the inside corner. Kind of thought it was ball 4 there, but holds up. And there he'll take ball 4 and jog down to first. So Redding will have the go-ahead run out on first, and in a great spot in their order here with Jonathan Guzman. Guzman had 1 of 2 hits for the Fightins today. Josh Akami had the other. Just need to get Colby Fitch a little bit closer to home here. And a soft bunt will do the trick as the runner moves over. That's exactly what Guzman was trying to do here. Play a little small ball. Believe it or not, Fitch had a couple stolen bases last season to his name as well. The shortstop Rocchio comes to grab the bag of rosin, and I do believe that this will mark the end of the day here for Tanner Burns as the manager comes out to take the ball. We'll take a second and give the relievers some time to warm up as the Fightin' Phils have something brewing here in the top of the 6th.
The Fightin' Phils know who to call for trash and recycling services. A proven winner, JP Mascaro & Sons. The industry leader for over 50 years. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. That's JP Mascaro & Sons, one of the top companies in its industry. Trash and recycling services for home, business, and industry. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO. JP Mascaro & Sons, ready to serve you.
Berks Packing is a family-owned and operated meat processor located here in Reading, specializing in hot dogs, ham, specialty meats, and more. Berks Packing provides America's classic ballpark with quality products, including the highly acclaimed flat-top grilled hot dog. Join us for Berks Packing Sunday Family Fun Days at Sunday home games all season long at Burst Energy Stadium.
Lidl is a normal grocery store with aisles and shelves and high-quality groceries, but only Lidl has really low prices, like so low they're too good to be true. But true. Lidl, suspiciously low-priced groceries.
Tim Herron has time to warm up here as the Fightin' Phils have something brewing in the top of the 6th. Colby Fitch is out on second with 1 out for Jalen Ortiz. And the RubberDucks make a pitching change as Tanner Burns' day is done on 71 pitches. His line is not finished with Fitch out on second. Here's the lefty Herron to Ortiz, a strike 1 at the knees. Saw Herron on opening night of the series, 2 innings of clean ball, struck out 1 on 25 pitches. Pretty dominant. Fitch taking quite a big lead off of second. Schneemann keeping his eye on him. Herron looks back. Instead, he'll come home. Ortiz splits his bat, and they're going to go for the lead runner, and they get him. There's 2 outs with Ortiz at first. A good play by the shortstop to come over to third with a scoreless game going into the final 2 innings. Obviously not ideal for Reading there to lose their leadoff runner, but they've still got 1 on here for Josh Akami. And Akami will get it in the hole. Advancing is Ortiz, and Reading has 2 on, 2 outs here for one of the top hitters on the team, Wendell Rijo. Just need 1 here at this point. Rijo has lined out very sharply to the left fielder twice today. Have to battle the wind as he takes strike 1. Reading no runs on 3 hits. The RubberDucks no runs on 2 hits. They've made 2 errors in the field. Reading has Brian Marconi warming up in the bullpen here. Heron misses in the dirt. Ortiz pretty quick on the base pass. We've already seen him take one in this series. Seth Cadell is going to have to be perfect behind the plate as Rijo's swinging for the fences takes strike 2. Time is called and granted, so the pitch from Heron is null. Two outs, 2 on. Scoreless here, top of the 6th. Somebody is going to have to put something across the plate. In the dirt, Cadell keeps it in front of him. The umpire requests some fresh baseballs here. That's Ortiz out on second, Akami on first. Wendell Rijo at the plate with a 2-2 count. The lefty leans over, gets the sign from his catcher. Standing tall, 6'5" on the mound. He kicks and fires home. Ground ball into Akron's dugout. Foul. Will go again. Rijo stepping back in the batter's box here. A big moment for the Fightin' Phils with 2 outs on the board. Rijo has been able to deliver once before with the walk-off against Somerset. Here's the 2-2. I thought it was outside, but it's a called strike 3. And Reading will strand 2 on the base pass to the bottom of the 6th. We go scoreless at Canal Park.
You can add a delicious all-you-can-eat buffet to any Reading Fightin' Phils game ticket for only $19. No need to visit the concession stand. You can add a 2.5-hour all-you-can-eat buffet to any ticket. This selection includes barbecue chicken, barbecue sandwiches, cheeseburgers, hamburgers, hot dogs, mac and cheese, corn, pasta salad, baked beans, potato salad, chips, fruit, cookies, and all Pepsi products. Call the Fightins at 610-370-BALL, order online at Fightins.com, or visit the Weidenhammer ticket office at First Energy Stadium.
Unlike any other area in First Energy Stadium, the Savage 61 dugout suite puts you in the closest seat to the action on field, located just feet away from the diamond on the first base side. With covered seating, abilities in motion accessible seating, and the most unique view around, your group will thank you over and over again for this one-of-a-kind experience. Tickets for the dugout suite start at $25 and include options to add food and drink packages.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with Mao Beer and Stockertown Beverage throughout the 2022 season. Mao Beer and Mao's Cinco Estrellas Lager, which is available in the Stadium Plaza Bar, has 128 amazing years of brewing history. Make sure to pick up Mao Beer and Mao's Cinco Estrellas Lager in First Energy Stadium at our Plaza Bar throughout the 2022 season and through our partner at Stockertown Beverage. Mao Beer will be on site for all of our Fiesta Friday games with samplings of their amazing Cinco Estrellas Lager. Mao Beer is a proud partner of the Reading Fightin' Phils and all Fiesta Friday celebration games. Mao Beer, the 5-star taste and quintessential beer from Madrid. Please drink responsibly.
The Fightins will call upon lefty Brian Marconi here. Scoreless in the bottom of the 6th. Reading had an opportunity in the top half. They couldn't get the job done, so they will call upon their closer here to keep them in the contest. As Morales finishes with 2 clean innings of work, 2 strikeouts on 23 pitches. The lefty Marconi already has a win and a save under his belt in his appearances so far this season, as he sends a first pitch strike into Daniel Schneemann. Notching the save on Reading's 3-1 win on Wednesday, he gets a ground ball to Salgazzo. And a quick one out as Schneemann heads back to the dugout. Fun fact about Marconi is that he has pitched in 2 combined no-hitters in his professional career, which they're rare enough to have one, but to be a part of 2 is very special, getting that second one in Reading at Erie on July 3rd. Here is George Valera, takes a first pitch strike. Lefty matchup here. A large kick from the reliever and a great frame by Conley. Gets a called strike of the knees. Still scoreless, bottom of the 6th. Reading has 3 hits, Akron has 2. 7-inning game with the doubleheader. Glove at the waist and a big kick. The lefty sends it just outside. Akron has somebody warming in their bullpen for the top of the 7th, I suppose, as Marconi deals. Ground ball, Akami fields it backhanded. The toss to Marconi, who steps on the bag before Valera. And there is 2. A pinch hitter here. Or not, as they called a different batter than was coming up. So I should just stick with my own scorebook as Brian Rocchio heads up. Rocchio steps in the righty batter's box. The lefty Marconi gets a foul ball for strike number 1. Marconi very successful last season, 15 of 16 in save opportunities. Comes inside, it catches a piece of his bat. He's just trying to protect himself there, but he'll take strike 2. Two outs already here in the bottom of the 6th. Pitch number 9 for Marconi is strike 3, and he gets through the frame quickly and quietly and sends his team right back to bat in the top of the 7th. Final inning here in today's doubleheader.
There you are in the great wide open when you hear it. Dinner time. When you're hungry, you're not going to let 5,000 feet of mountain get in your way. And if they try, that's what Kia's lineup of exceptionally capable SUVs with available all-wheel drive is for. The Telluride, Sorento, Sportage, and Seltos are how you know we take this pretty seriously. The SUVs and the dinner. Hurry into your local Kia dealer today. Kia, movement that inspires.
Visit kia.com for details. Always drive safely.
Feasers Incorporated, a family-owned, full-line food service distributor located in central Pennsylvania. Services restaurants, sporting facilities, theme amusement parks, healthcare facilities, educational facilities, and other institutions throughout Pennsylvania and the Mid-Atlantic region. For over 100 years, Feasers and its employees have committed themselves to making customer service their highest priority. Feasers works hard to provide customers with the products they require, delivered by their helpful fleet drivers. Feasers is large enough to serve and small enough to care. For more information, call 800-326-2828 or Feasers.com.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with the Berks County Mental Health and Developmental Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and the prevention of suicide. With 3 simple words, "Are you okay?" the hope is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide affects and hurts everyone. But help is here, and we'll work together to help raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as a community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610-236-0530. That's 610-236-0530.
Kevin Vicuña steps into the plate. This is an electric game here at Canal Park, a ultimate pitcher's duel as Vicuña fouls one up the left field line. Both teams have no runs. Both teams have, well, Reading has 3 hits and the RubberDucks have 2. Sean Williams fielded the ball. He's trying to get it over the net down the left field line. Finally able to throw it over, and now we can resume play as he jogs back to his coach's box. Vicuña takes one in at the feet for ball 1. I love how they make those coaches' boxes on the field and then nobody ever stands anywhere near them. You can see Michael Jones down the first baseline, well past his little box. Vicuña pops this one foul into the stands for strike 2. Starting to get dark here in Akron, Ohio, and starting to get very cold as the wind is picking up from right to left now, blowing in. Everybody down in the dugouts has sweatshirts on unless they're actively out in the field. Vicuña stays alive off of Tim Herron. Reading threatened in the 6th, but they just weren't able to seal the deal, driving a run home and trying to feed off that momentum from the last frame. Their pitchers have been doing absolutely brilliant work on the mound. And Vicuña keeps getting tied up inside, but he manages to stay alive. Bat Boy makes a good play down on the field. Vicuña checks his swing, and he goes around, they say. They throw the job third strike down to first. A tough at-bat and a tough out to start off the 7th. A called strike to Jack Conley to start off his at-bat. Corner infielder is playing in here. Middle infielder is back deep. Possible we see him lay down a bunt here. But a ball comes below the knees. Following Conley will be Hunter Marquardt in the on-deck circle. Reading has 3 available players on the bench right now. Conley chases a back foot slider for strike number 2. Madison Stokes, Logan O'Hoppe, and Vito Freesia getting this game number 2 off. And Jack holds off on a pitch upstairs to even the count 2-2. Infield backs up. He gets just a piece to stay alive. Not much of a crowd here at the ballpark, but they are very invested, waiting for the post-game fireworks. We'll have 3 of those opportunities, I believe, at the ballpark this coming series as Conley rips this one into Akron's dugout. One out here, top of the 7th. Scoreless in a 7-inning contest. He stays alive. Holds off on a pitch in the dirt, and Conley has worked his way back into this at-bat. It's a full count now. We saw him walk once in game number 1. Or in the last game he played. What was that, Friday maybe? Anyways, a full count here. Taking a deep breath is Heron. And an emphatic strike 3 call from Kevin Manzuk behind the plate. Has been calling that strike 3 call on Conley this entire series. And there's 2 outs here on the top of the 7th. One swing of the bat can change this entire game. So nobody has put a run on the board yet. Here is Hunter Marquardt. Marquardt takes ball 1. 0 for 2 today with a strikeout and a ground out. Count evens 1-1. Gonzalez in at third as Marquardt fouls this into Redding's dugout. And he's got one more strike to work with here. Lefty, lefty here, the 1-2. Marquardt gets a piece of it with the end of his bat off the netting behind home plate. And he stays alive. Here's the pitch. Marconi, a soft ground ball to second. On to first. And that'll do it for the Fightins here. To the bottom of the 7th we go in a 7-inning game. The RubberDucks, an opportunity at home here. Otherwise, we'll see extras as Reading sends out Brian Marconi for another inning of work in just one moment.
The Fightin' Phils know who to call for trash and recycling services. A proven winner, JP Mascaro & Sons. The industry leader for over 50 years. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. That's JP Mascaro & Sons, one of the top companies in its industry. Trash and recycling services for home, business, and industry. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO. JP Mascaro & Sons, ready to serve you.
Berks Packing is a family-owned and operated meat processor located here in Reading, specializing in hot dogs, ham, specialty meats, and more. Berks Packing provides America's classic ballpark with quality products, including the highly acclaimed flat-top grilled hot dog. Join us for Berks Packing Sunday Family Fun Days at Sunday home games all season long at First Energy Stadium.
Lidl is a normal grocery store with aisles and shelves and high-quality groceries, but only Lidl has really low prices. Like so low they're too good to be true. But true. Lidl, suspiciously low-priced groceries.
Well, if you're just tuning in, you've missed nothing and you've missed everything at the same time. The bullpen has been shining all night long for the Fightin' Phils as they've only given up 2 hits. We've seen 4 different pitchers as Brian Marconi comes out for another inning of work. He sat down the RubberDucks in order in 10 pitches for his first inning. And now we'll see Will Brennan for the bottom of the 7th. This is a tie ball game in game 2 of a doubleheader, which means it's only 7 innings. So Akron does have an opportunity to walk things off here. And if the Fightin' Phils can shut them down, we will go on to extras, which will be the 8th. Marconi gets a foul ball and then strike 2 at the knees. The lefty comes set. And he urges Brennan to come forward and gets a piece of it. The Sixers playing against the Raptors in the game number 1 of the playoffs. They are leading 88-70 with time left in the third quarter. As Marconi kicks and fires, Brennan stays alive. The Phillies are still leading 8-0. They're in the top of the 5th in Miami. Ranger Suarez pitching a gem, 4 innings of 4-hit ball. And he gets strike 3. High heat to Will Brennan will create out number 1 here in the 7th. Now, the one thing about extras is that Reading does not have a lot of pitchers left in the bullpen here. They still have like 3 or so players to throw. And with 2 days off coming up, they can use more players and not worry about it. As Marconi sends a ball here into Micah Prees. Prees 0 for 2 today. Pops this one foul for strike 1. The only 2 hits for the RubberDucks coming in the first from Brian Rocchio and the third with Daniel Schneemann. The Fightin's pitching staff have retired 12 in order and have not allowed a base runner since the third. Marconi goes off speed and gets a strike. Slips out of his hand and hits Prees on the helmet. He's fine. He takes off his Evo Shield guard and jogs down to first. Obviously unintentional there from Marconi. And so that'll put a runner on here with 1 out. Marconi is a ground ball inducing pitcher, so a double play is possible here with Jonathan Engelman. As he takes a pitch inside. Marconi, usually 1 inning of work, will take on 2 for the Fightins here today. Only up to 19 pitches, though. Takes a deep breath and gets a swing and a miss. Scoreless here, bottom of the 7th. The RubberDucks are trying to walk it off. The Fightins are standing strong. Marconi misses below the knees, 2-1. The RubberDucks in the bottom half of their lineup here with Engelman. They do have a runner on first, the go-ahead run. Marconi comes home. The outside corner, Conley frames for a strike, and it's 2-2. It's a long bus ride home, and Reading would like to go back happy with a 6-game homestand against the Harrisburg Senators coming up as Marconi goes back to first. Micah Prees honestly not taking too much of a lead there. Prees does have 1 stolen base on the season. Marconi comes home outside, and the count is full. Ortiz trying to stay warm in center. He's jumping up and down, kicking his knees up in the air. It has gotten cold here in Akron. The wind has stopped, though. Flags in center, down at the flagpoles. Here's the payoff pitch. Fouled back. We'll do it again. Marconi, a payoff pitch, strike 3, whizzes it past Engelman and picks up a huge out, number 2. Blowing on his left hand, trying to keep it warm to grip the ball as Marcos Gonzalez heads up here. Prees still out on first after being walked. He represents the go-ahead run. Strike coming into Gonzalez, who's 0 for 2 with 2 punch-outs. Glove at the waist. Marconi kicks, fires, foul ball, strike 2. Shuffling off of first is Prees. Marconi focused on the batter here. Staying alive is Gonzalez with a foul ball into the dugout. Both teams have got a heater going. It is chilly down there. Marconi looks at first. Now he comes home with the 0-2. Fouled on the roof. We'll do it again. Marconi misses upstairs, 1 ball and 2 strikes here. Akami holding on, Prees at first. The rest of the infield back on that outfield grass edge. He deals a line drive. Drops in front of Vicuña. He throws it in quickly. And suddenly the RubberDucks have something brewing here with 2 outs on the board. It's Julian Escobado. Marconi up to 32 pitches here. Big lefty-lefty matchup here. Marconi trying to get out of this frame. Reading will go with Gazzo, and then back to the top of the order if we make it to the 8th. First pitch strike to Escobado. Very exciting end to this game number 2 of a good series here in Akron. Reading trying to come away with the split as a slider down and away gets Escobado for strike 2. Reading 3-5 on the year. Akron is 4-4. Escobado bounced back. They're saying it hit his hand. Jack Conley is pointing at the umpire saying no. And Kevin Manzuk has been arguing with this team the whole time. As Sean is out there now making his point, and he is going to follow Manzuk up the first base line and now troll back into the dugout with the bases loaded here. And the umpires are going to meet and discuss here. Marconi came up and in, but tough angle for me to tell what the situation here. Jack Conley, who was closest to it, is saying no dice. And obviously, no matter what happened, you know Escobado is going to make like it hit him, and an opportunity to get on first and load the bases here. And they are going to end up awarding him first as Sean is out there talking to Manzuk. Not happy with the calls he's been making this series. And now he's going to have to go chat with Marconi here. And the infield coming in. The reliever is up to 35 pitches, which I think is more than Sean would like. He's going to come out and see, I think, what Marconi feels like he can handle. Sean is really good about trusting his players here, and Marconi nodding his head, believing he can get the job done here. And so he'll head back into the dugout. 1 run will walk this game off as we are tied 0-0 in the bottom of the 7th. This doubleheader, the 7-inning game. The bases are loaded with Seth Cadell making just his 3rd at-bat of the series. An opportunity to be the hero as he takes strike 1. He's 0 for 2 today with a ground out to short and a strikeout. The righty batter, Salgazzo, covering second. Everyone else playing straight up here. Ground ball left side. Rijo gets the easy out at second, and after all that, we are scoreless going into extras. Top of the 8th, here we come, as Reading looking to put on some offense.
Gear up for Fightin' Phil's season. Visit the Brentwood Industries Fightin' Phil's team store at First Energy Stadium, or check out our online store 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at rphils.com/shop. We have a wide variety of Fightin' Phil's hats, t-shirts, kids apparel, and more. Looking for something new? Check out our latest selections of Los Luchadores de Reading and Reading Hot Dogs gear, plus throwback black R-Train R-Phil's attire. Root for your Fightins in style. Stop by the Brentwood Industries Fightins team store or rphils.com/shop.
The sound of an ice-cold Corona is music to my ears. Oh, run that back. Dope. Now drop that beat. And hit me with the hook, player. Hey, whatever you do with your fine life, just do you, player. Relax responsibly. Corona Extra Beer, imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
The Fightin' Phils know who to call for trash and recycling services. A proven winner, JP Mascaro & Sons. The industry leader for over 50 years. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. That's JP Mascaro & Sons, one of the top companies in its industry. Trash and recycling services for home, business, and industry. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO. JP Mascaro & Sons, ready to serve you.
Akron puts their closer in here for the extra inning. Top of the 8th. Nick Enright out on the mound. And Hunter Marquardt will start on second as the placed runner, they call it. Extras will start with the last person to make an out on second. That was Marquardt, which is good for the Fightins in this instance because he's a good base runner. And Salgazzo is going to try to lay down a bunt and shift him over to third. Just 1 run is needed here. Of course, Akron will bat last. Puts down a bunt, actually perfect, up the first base line. A nice sacrifice there by Salgazzo. Shifts Hunter Marquardt to third, and Reading is 90 feet away from scoring their first run. Some people like to call the place runner the extra runner. I prefer the term that I didn't make this up, I heard it, the zombie runner, because he died at the plate the last inning, which is kind of funny. As Enright comes home, we go back to the top of the order here with Colby Fitch. Seth Cadell is going to have to be perfect behind the dish, or Hunter Marquardt is going to come home. Both teams no runs on 3 hits. The infield playing in as Fitch swings straight through it. Down 0-2. Enright's already had a save earlier in this series. Pitched 1 inning of work, struck out 1 batter on 8 pitches. Fitch takes this deep to right. It's good enough to at least score a run. Tracking back is Engelman. He'll make the catch at the wall. And Marquardt scores, and Reading takes a 1-0 lead here in the top of the 8th. Huge by Gazzo and Colby Fitch to sacrifice themselves for the run. Here's Jonathan Guzman. Shows signs of bunt, makes the third baseman charge. As he pulls back, he takes strike 1. Of course, Akron, the home team, will get to bat in the bottom half, and they'll have that same zombie runner out on second, and that will be their catcher, Seth Cadell, as Guzman checks his swing, but he holds up, ball 1. This has been a very evenly split series. Close game 1 and 2. Another check swing for a ball. Akron took the first game by 1 run. Reading took the second game by 2 runs. Each team has also had a blowout, as Reading won 12-3 last night and Akron took game 1 11-0. Guzman takes a called strike 2. 2 outs here, top of the 8th. Reading has put 1 run on the board in extra innings. Here's the 2-2 from Enright. Popped foul, we'll do it again. It's a total team effort here today from the Fightin' Phils. Guzman drills this out to left, tracking over, making a diving catch on his knees is prospect Will Brennan. And that'll do it for the Fightins, but not before they score 1 run off a sacrifice fly from Colby Fitch. And we'll see who they send out here to pitch the bottom of the 8th.
Gear up for Fightin' Phil season. Visit the Brentwood Industries Fightin' Phil's team store at First Energy Stadium or check out our online store 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at rphils.com/shop. We have a wide variety of Fightin' Phil's hats, t-shirts, kids apparel, and more. Looking for something new? Check out our latest selections of Los Luchadores de Reading and Reading hot dog skins. Call us Throwback, Black, R-Train, R-Phils, and Top. Root for your Fightins in style. Stop by the Brentwood Industries Fightins team store or rphils.com/shop.
The sound of an ice-cold Corona is music to my ears.
Specializing in hot dogs, ham, specialty meats, and more.
Run that back.
Burke's Packing provides America's classic ballpark with quality products,
Dope.
including
Now
the
drop
highly
that beat.
acclaimed flat-top grilled hot dog. Join us for Burke's Packing
And hit me with the
Sunday
hook,
Family
player.
Fun Days at Sunday home games all season long at First Energy Stadium.
Hey,
Lidl is
whatever
a
you
normal
do with
grocery store
your
with
fine
1,000
life,
shelves
just do
of
you,
high-quality
player.
groceries. But only
Relax
Lidl has
responsibly.
really
Corona
low
Extra
prices,
Beer, imported by
so
Crown
low they're too
Imports,
good to be
Chicago,
true.
Illinois.
But
The Fightin'
true.
Phils know who to call for
Lidl,
trash and recycling
suspiciously
services.
low-priced
A
groceries.
proven winner, JP Mascaro & Sons. The industry leader for over 50 years. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. That's JP Mascaro & Sons, one of the top companies in its industry. Trash and recycling services for home, business, and industry. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO. JP Mascaro & Sons, ready to serve you.
All right. It's time to get rocking and rolling here for the bottom of the 8th inning. Extras at Canal Park. Reading has taken a 1-run lead. They started with the placed runner out on second. That was Hunter Marquardt. Sal Gazzo sacrificed, bunted him over to first. Then Colby Fitch with a sac fly out to right to score Marquardt. So they lead 1-0. Obviously, Akron has the same setup here, as Seth Cadell will start on second. They call upon McKinley Moore here to finish out this game. A save situation for Moore. Saw him a couple days ago out of the bullpen. Pitched an inning of work, allowed 1 hit and an unearned run. Walked a guy, struck out a guy. They put down the bunt just as everyone would, and Fightins will get the first out over at first, and obviously that's exactly what they were looking for, as Schneemann sacrifices himself to move over the placed runner. Everybody pretty much does that. And that will move Cadell to third. Infield playing Varian, obviously going to go for the play at home. Moore inside for strike 1. Very rowdy crowd here, with the heavy hitter George Valera at the plate. Takes a pitch upstairs. Quickly, Guzman and Gazzo come over to say something to each other in the middle of the infield. As Moore sets up, glove at the waist. Kicks and fires inside. Moore slid into that number 30 prospect spot on the Fightins list. He was number 19 back with the Chicago White Sox before getting traded for outfielder Adam Hazley. Moore comes home inside. There's ball 3. Pitchers duel to the bitter end here. And there is ball 4, and that will walk Valera. It will set up Reading for the double play ball as they can send their middle infielders back. And here is Brian Rocchio. We're going to see a visit from manager Sean Williams here to discuss the game plan as the entire infield comes in. Vicuña going over to center to have a chat with Ortiz. Ortiz is walking towards Marquardt and right. I always feel bad that they're not in the game plan. The umpire coming in to break up this meeting at the mound. Moore, new to this team, came over on March 26th, said he was able to meet the guys at spring training before getting on the plane to Reading. He's been with us since the start of the season. And this is a big at-bat with 1 out and the tying run on third. Line drive up the middle. It'll score 1 and tie us up. And now we're back where we started. Rocchio over there acting like he won the game, but in fact it's just tied at 1 apiece. Now the RubberDucks do have an advantage here. There's only 1 out on the board. They've got Valera on second and Rocchio on first. Moore will face a lefty batter here. Looks back at second. And there's strike 1. Inside, Conley slides over to protect the ball. Keeps it in front of him. Count moves to 1-1. Guzman hanging out at second, keeping his eye on Valera. With the lefty bat, he'll stick towards the bag and leave the right side of the infield for Rijo. Moore misses inside, 2-1. Leans over with his right arm dangling, glove at the waist, he stands tall. Looks back at second, here's the 2-1 home. Ball 3. And he misses ball 4. And that will load the bases here with 1 out. Micah Prees, who's 0 for 2 today with a walk, will have the weight of the world on his shoulders coming up here. A tie ball game at 1 apiece. Prees will face the righty Moore as the infield comes in. Great frame by Conley. 97 off the hands of the reliever. Moore was a closer back in the White Sox system. This is his first season in Double-A, though, spent last year in A-ball and High A. And just in his 3rd professional year as he gets a foul ball back by Prees, the count 0-2. And a line drive is going to walk off this game for Micah Prees and the Akron RubberDucks as George Valera scores. The RubberDucks charge the field and mob Prees as the RubberDucks walk it off in extras here, 2-1. And that'll do it, folks. Thanks for tuning in here. Emily Messina on the airwaves. The final score, Akron 2, Reading 1, as they walk it off in extra. Reading drops both games of the doubleheader and falls to 3-6. But don't worry, we're returning home to America's Classic Ballpark next week, Tuesday through Sunday, to face the Harrisburg Senators, the national affiliate. A lot of fun coming up next week, Tuesday through Sunday. I'll be on the air on Minor League Baseball TV, bringing you all the action. Thanks for tuning in once again.